Hey, how you doing? I'm going to show you how to blend a couple of what I consider to be the coolest minor tonalities. First one you'll probably know, the natural minor tonality, which is also called the Aeolian mode out of the major scale. The second one I've also dubbed the coolest scale in another video if you want to go check that out. It's the harmonic minor scale. And there's a misconception about the harmonic minor scale that it is only really useful in a metal Yngwie Malmsteen context, which it totally is, but it can also be used in a non-neoclassical shred method. So I'm going to get into how you can target certain notes of these scales to still stay in your comfort zone if you're learning the positions and the sounds of the scales, and also be musical about it as you learn to integrate these different tonalities into your playing. So the first thing to understand is the natural minor scale, or the Aeolian mode, is the sixth mode of the major scale. So when you are considering where to start, which notes to choose in your improvising, I'm going to use F sharp for example. This is out of the key of A. So F sharp is the sixth note in the A major scale. So here's natural minor. And here's harmonic minor. And while I'm here, I might as well show you the minor pentatonic, just in case you live under a rock. So the key to learning any scale, pun intended, is to understand the intervals. So in the natural minor scale, we have our root note, and we have our major second, minor third, fourth, fifth, flat sixth, flat seven, one, or root. If you've never tried learning music that way, or learning scales, different chord shapes even, then definitely I would recommend looking into intervals. And you can learn that from me if you want to take my course, Guitar Super System, link down in the description. Over 12,000 students so far. Holy cow. So understanding what these intervals do against the chords that I mentioned, understanding that the chords in A major are going to be what really facilitates this F sharp natural minor tonality, we are going to construct the chord progression, and I'm going to show you how the same chord progression will work using both the natural minor and the harmonic minor, and what the heck, the minor pentatonic too, because that's just a condensed, bluesier version of the natural minor scale. So what I'm going to do is improvise a quick little ditty in each tonality so you can get the vibe, and then I'm going to blend them all together, and you'll be able to hear how this can drastically improve, well, maybe improve is the wrong word, just maybe give you more options in your improvising if you're stuck in boxes or you're stuck in the same licks over and over. Blending tonalities together is definitely my first recommendation for anybody who gets trapped like that. And guess what? It's happened to all of us, so this is how I've best broken out of that problem. So as you could hear there, the natural minor scale is a very melodic sounding scale. It just kind of lends itself to being nice and smooth. And this type of chord progression that I constructed is very reminiscent of like a Santana vibe. He's one of my favorite really melodic and recognizable guitar players, so I have a little influence there, but you can tell the natural minor sounds definitely come out over that chord progression, but now we're going to contrast that with the harmonic minor sounds, which has one different note than the natural minor scale. It has a raised 7 instead of a flat 7. other, just that one raised seventh note really changes the entire vibe, even though we're playing over the same exact chords. And now, just because I'm going to show you a little bit of the minor pentatonic scale, and the reason I'm including this one is even though it's a derivative of the natural minor scale, it's actually 5 notes instead of 7 notes. This type of scale is full of style and different stylings that you really only play using those 5 notes. So you're not exactly more bluesy when you're playing the Locrian mode, for example, but with the minor pentatonic sound, it gives you a different swagger to your playing, and I think that's really important to infuse at times when you are combining different tonalities to be able to manipulate and bend and slide and do things you would normally do in one tonality, be able to do that in the other tonality, and it really helps blending the two together without it sounding like you're just a robot playing up and down different scales. So yeah, that's the minor pentatonic sound. I think we all know that. Now, I'm going to combine all 3 of these tonalities and see what we come up with. So I hope this was a helpful kind of ear training routine for you that you can use in your own practice. And really it's just coming up. You don't have to use the same chords as I did. I was just using a 1 to a minor 4 to a dominant 5. So use that progression if you want to practice this exact exercise. But I would encourage you to try different sounds, like try combining different major tonalities like harmonic major and the major scale, or the major pentatonic scale and the Lydian mode. There's a lot of different ways to execute this type of exercise, and like I said, it's a great ear training routine as well as a great exercise on your scale knowledge and improvising tactics. So if you want to learn all this stuff from me, like I said, Guitar Super System, which is linked down in the description, will give you the tools that you need, or check out the rest of the videos on my YouTube channel. I have plenty to go through. Until next time, guys, keep shredding.